Virginity. Hey yo, welcome back to my channel. As we exit the month of February, let's finish it off with some romance-themed angst. No, not the good kind of angst. The kind of angst that makes me angsty and irritable. These are 9. Yes, 9, not 10. We do 9 here of my romance nope tropes. Which means these are tropes that make me want to nope the fuck out of a story and never return to it. A few trigger warnings I would like to mention are sexual harassment, sexual assault, rape, and just sexual situations in general. I will put each relevant trigger warning before the section they pertain to. There's this societal joke that I find pretty fucking annoying. It's whenever somebody tells me that my husband is also one of the children I'm raising. Like, oh, how many kids do you have? Oh, I have 3. Oh, that means you must really have 4. No, I have 3. My husband is an adult. He can take care of himself. Thank you. Unfortunately, this joke has carried over into media in ways that are sometimes realistic and sometimes an exaggeration so that the reality of it doesn't seem as bad. Mother Dearest is when a character does everything for their significant other and nothing for themselves. When their job and joy is derived from taking care of every single whim and need of their significant other without getting anything back. Sometimes it's obvious and there will be some sort of moral lesson about the significant other telling Mother Dearest that they're cute or pretty or taking them out to dinner more often, but it doesn't really fix things, nor does it make the dependency okay. The relationship dynamic here is just never equal. And I'm not talking about if their partner is chronically ill or sick. I mean, it's natural to take care of your partner, but not to raise them. It's not fair to handle all of the emotional and physical labor when both people are perfectly capable. Come on, main character. You deserve better. I'm a child of the 90s. I consumed all of that media that said being pushed against the wall was sexy. I don't entirely disagree with it either, except, when it inspires feelings of terror and panic, but is still supposed to be sexy. Or how about the tired old, I'm locking you up here for your own safety? I'm not even exaggerating. I recently read a book where the MC was locked in her hotel room by her boyfriend because he was protecting her. And she's supposed to be some kind of badass. I love a love interest who's protective. Maybe have a conversation that goes, no, you can't go. If you do, you'll be in danger. And then the love interest is all like, okay, I should stay here because otherwise I'll die. Love me some open communication and respect. This is when one character is calling all of the shots, usually explicitly against the will of the main character. I guess you could see this as a more aggressive and toxic form of Mother Dearest. Get your shit together and respect the main character love interest. What qualifies as a big age gap to me? Well, that depends. 20 and 22, perfectly fine. Both adults, same stage of life, similar levels of adulting experience. But 18 and 20, it's a little sketchy for me. 18's inexperienced with life and usually, whether subconsciously or consciously, will defer to the more life-experienced 20-year-old. And sometimes, a lot of times, they don't exactly have the confidence built up yet to assert their feelings. But honestly, most fiction doesn't mix these two age groups. It's normally 16 to 18 or 20 plus and 20 plus. So I'm gonna focus on the much more prevalent teenagers with supernatural adults. I'm actually going to use Vampire Diaries, the TV show, as an example of a piece of media that realistically handles this pretty well. The Salvador brothers are mature and adult, and they act like it. Elena's a teenager. She acts like a teenager. And when she talks about her teenager life and her teenager problems, Stefan listens patiently and smiles because he thinks it's cute and he knows that these are just teen problems and that in the long run they're not gonna matter. And that just makes it creepier because he doesn't view her as an adult. Bottom line, I don't care how young a supernatural being is physically, if mentally they are adults, then they're adults. And that's my feelings on it. I honestly don't mind a love triangle. In fact, when they're really well done, I just want everybody to hook up in a lovely polyamorous relationship. However, many times I will read a love triangle where there should genuinely be no competition as to who the winner is. One character is just genuinely kind and thoughtful and cares about the main character's thoughts and opinions. And the other one is an asshat. Cold, an absolute dick. Might do something nice every now and then to prove that they're not really as bad as they seem. Except they are. But they have a lot of emotional bullshit to work through that the main character is willing to sit there and be patient and help. Just nope. Fuck that. Why settle for sometimes show they care when you can have always show they care? Why deal with insulting barbs you'll have to forgive? Or worrying because they haven't texted back in days because they're dealing with something weird. Just why do all of the emotional work in the relationship when you like this other person who also likes you and gives a fuck? Just why? Why does the asshat always win? It's disheartening at best and enraging at worst. Just like, come the fuck on. I mean, I know why. There's weird societal issues. But you like them both? One's an asshat, one's a sweetheart. Push the asshat off the cliff. Go with the sweetheart. I know. A lot of people have exes. I myself have one. But they're exes for a reason. And normally, the exes in fiction are portrayed as really shitty, so we, the audience, do not root for them. So then what happens? Personally, I get annoyed when the ex's antics work. Sometimes it's because the current gets super jealous and possessive, which I don't mind protective, but there is a line. I also understand insecure and concerned or uncertain, especially in a new relationship, but trust and open communication should solve that bump in the road. What makes this even worse is if the MC ignores their significant other's insecurities and concerns and dismisses them, like, what? My ex would never try to win me back with my favorite chocolates and tickets to this totally romantic festival. We're just going as friends. So I don't understand where you got that. But what really makes me nope the fuck out of this trope is when the love interest is actually super awesome and understanding, has complete and total trust and faith in the MC, and then the MC is actually tempted by their ex. They're like, well, maybe, we were really good together. And then the fucking love interest, who's just amazing, gets hurt. And I'm supposed to be rooting for the main character? Nope. No thank you. Bye. Get that the fuck out of here. Trigger warning for 6 and 7 as they talk about sex, and then it just kind of escalates from there. Timestamp to outro is here. Virginity. The ultimate factor in deciding a fellow human's worth. Have they done the fuck? Are they familiar with the devil's tango? Usually, media handles this 2 ways, and it's very gender-based. But honestly, either way could be a problem for anybody. Sometimes, virginity is seen as some form of purity. The character could be the cold, bloodiest murderer ever, have done all of the vices, but because they have not done the sex, this makes them strangely valuable. This could be handled cutely, in which sex now becomes this fun exploration of a new experience. But no, media normally just makes them seem somehow better than their slutty friends who have in fact done the sex. On the flip side, there are many that view losing virginity as a entrance to adulthood. Doesn't matter if the character's bills are paid, if they're running a kingdom about to declare war, whatever responsibilities they have, doesn't matter. They haven't done the fuck. Because they haven't done the fuck, everybody else is gonna make fun of them and get them laid, because we all know you have to do the fuck to be a real adult. Whichever way the pendulum swings, I've got a stunning revelation. A person's worth has absolutely nothing to do with whether or not they fucked another person. Just let whether or not they're a virgin be a simple fact, like whether or not they like strawberries. Please. Firstly, a lot to unpack here. There are people with romantic feelings and not sexual ones, and people with sexual feelings and not romantic ones, and people in between. It's two different spectrums. So I really cannot stand when I read a novel or consume any media where the main character has no romantic feelings for somebody, might even be afraid of them, and then suddenly, oh, our bodies are pressed together. Oh God, they're so hot, I can't think straight. Just, oh, well, oh wait, but we're separated and oh my God, I fucking hate them. I might even avoid them for a year or so. Look, main character, I'm not here to judge your kinks, but I don't think you're in love with somebody just because they get your engines roaring. Lust and love are two completely different feelings, and the presence of one does not imply the presence of the other. Build the romance so that I can believe in the relationship. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be annoyed fuck buddies are being packaged to me as a romantic couple. No shade to fuck buddies, just call it what it is. Trigger warnings for 8 and 9 as they mention sexual assault and rape. If you don't want to hear those, just skip to the timestamp here. In a world where just about every man is a womanizer, butts be spanked aplenty and rape is considered commonplace, this is the one man who is against it. Doesn't matter that he's an inconsiderate asshole otherwise. In fact, it's okay if he abuses the main character, insults her in some way, probably uses her. I'm sure there's a sympathetic reason for it, some plot twist that totally justifies it. After all, he's not as bad as all the other guys in the world. Sometimes he's not even against abusing women, he just doesn't want to abuse the MC because she's special. Way to sneak pitting women against each other in there, so subtly. She's not like other girls, right? It's 2020. Please kindly do not make a fictional world that is worse so that we can justify romanticizing this piece of shit. I am not somebody who believes that a setting makes anything justifiable, especially when these settings are fictional and we can do whatever the fuck we want with them. I want to be perfectly clear here. I define cheating as willing adultery or an emotional affair, which means that it happens without the knowledge and or consent of the other party. And therefore, under these terms, there is no way cheating can happen for good reason. I am tired of being presented with an MC who is in a happy, healthy, established relationship only for love interest to walk in. And then MC is tempted away and they cheat. But no, they're given a free pass because we're supposed to be rooting for the couple that did the cheating. No, you don't get a free pass just because you fell out of love. Shoulda broke up first. On the flip side, but also in this umbrella, if one person is forced into sexual acts by somebody else, it is sexual assault and not cheating. My problem with this is framing of consequences. I have seen characters get mad at love interests who were sexually assaulted and blame them for it. And I have also seen characters who cheat on their significant other because they're chasing a lead or playing a role, and then they make their significant other feel like shit for feeling hurt by this. It's fucked up. In my opinion, the reaction should be reversed, and I hate reading about it when it's framed this way. No, thank you. Well, those were some of my note tropes of romance. I fucking love romance, and I get disappointed, upset, and or pissed when I encounter some of these tropes. Just nope, no thank you, take them away. That's all I got for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you liked it, maybe you could give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe even ring-a-ding that bell. If you'd like to see whether or not I can write, I have a sample on my website here. I exist as Samantha L. Nasset at Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Instagram. That's that. See y'all next week. Bye. Ooh. We love a love interest who is protective. Yes. have a conversation that's like, no, you can't go. If you go, you'll be in danger. And then maybe the other person willingly agrees to this. She's not gonna, but maybe. Are you good now? Can I help you? You're just gonna stay here? Somebody give me. I want the love interest book now. In a world where literally every man is a womanizer and butts be spanked aplenty, this is the one man who is against rape. Hi. You gonna tell them your name?
My name Dave.
Where's your mouth?